My dad and I went to go get gas the other day at Shell stations, and we filled our car up with V-Power. So don't ask me why, but for some reason I thought of geese. Uh, have you ever seen how geese fly in a V-shaped formation? Well, this is what popped up in my head. So my dad told me why geese fly in this V-shaped formation, and I was interested, so I looked more into it, and the more I studied it, I decided I wanted to base this talk off of this flight method, or rather, how it relates to teamwork. So scientists actually say that geese can fly 70% further in this formation. Reason being is the goose in front is working the hardest. It's fighting the wind resistance for the rest of the birds behind. And I'll stop there to say every team has a leader. And in this case, I guess you could say that the goose in front is the leader. However, it's not always the goose in front. You see, when this goose gets tired, it simply goes to the back of the line and the next bird moves up. With this cycle, this rotation, of course they're going to be able to get 70% further because it's a much more improved plan. We as humans don't necessarily change roles. We have our own necessary roles that we all need to fulfill in order for our team to accomplish the goals that we've set. We need to support the team, take a stand, and work our hardest. And by raise of hands, how many of you have worked in a team where there's one person working really hard and nobody else does anything? I know I have. And which is another reason why I chose to talk about this on this topic, because if nobody does their part, then it's not a team. So how dedicated are you to your team? Another thing geese do, when a goose drops out of the V formation, at least one or two other geese go with it and wait with it until it either recovers or dies. And we should be willing to do this as well, hopefully not to the point where somebody dies, but until they recover. We need to, no matter where we are, what we're doing, help the person who's struggling, help anybody who's struggling, because that's what team members are meant to do, is to help each other. Another thing that geese are famous for, I guess, is honking. And although it's annoying to us, to them, honking, when they honk, they are motivating the goose that is in the front, breaking the wind resistance for the rest of the geese. So they're saying, keep on going, you're doing great. And I guess we as humans honk as well, just differently. Because while geese are saying, you're doing great, keep going, you can do this, we're complaining, gossiping, and doubting. But what we don't realize is that we're all a part of a team. Whether it's a family can be a team, a sports team, business organization, all of these are teams, and all of these are necessary. Teamwork is necessary. Teamwork is the pinnacle of progression. It's the medium whereby everything that we have became tangible. Sure, people can have ideas and inventions on their own, but without teamwork, their inventions will never be. So with that, I would just like to finish with a quote by the founder of the Ford Motor Company, Henry Ford. He said, "Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is a progress. Working together is success." Thank you.